Hi everyone, so welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to be building Redox instead of just doing a quick test with the demo. This is a bit like doing Linux from scratch, except instead of building Redox from Redox you cross-compile it from Linux. Or macOS, potentially, but that gets more complicated, so here we'll just cover doing it on Linux. Now there's a whole Redox OS book for you to read with a bunch of chapters, and if you're going to be doing this yourself, you probably want to be reading the book. However, I'm going to show you quickly how you could do this anyway, with a little bit of knowledge, but only a little bit. So you have to make sure you have curl installed first. Which I do, and then make a directory for Redox. And then you have to download the Podman bootstrap, because this uses a container by default, which is optional, but highly recommended because it means that if you encounter issues, well, it means you're less likely to encounter issues with the build process due to your environment being different because you're using a different Linux distribution. The container they use runs Debian, and I'm running Linux Mint Debian Edition, so probably it would be fine for me. But I'm going to do it this way anyway because it's the recommended way. So this is going to set up the container for us, which involves downloading a bunch of stuff. You can sort of see what it's doing. I'll make the font size bigger, so especially if you're on mobile. There you go. So it already had the Podman container because I ran this before, but previously this took about 5 to 10 minutes if I remember right, on Ryzen 3600, which is what this is. So some parts of this take a long time, so I'll be skipping over them. But here it's compiling Rust crates, which is not something I've really seen before. You can see it's hammering my CPU up here. And you might hear a bit of fan noise, but hopefully not, because the microphone is set to its directional mode. Anything that's taking a particularly long time, I'll just edit the video and we'll skip over it. But most of these crates seem to be pretty small, and hence they compile pretty quickly. No, so we are still doing some setup with the Podman container then, because we're downloading a bunch of Debian packages. This is largely an automated process, so whenever it's not doing anything interesting, I'll just fast forward it. Nearly done now already, because it's running so quickly. Okay, I think that's the Podman container's packages installed now. Okay, let's just install Rust on the Podman container. So we're getting some warnings here, but I don't think they're too important. I don't really know what these mean. I think they're to do with the C library. because Redox OS does still have a C library called relibc. Yeah, I've downloaded 11 crates, 1.9 megabytes, so some of these are really tiny. And something I should say is it might look to you like it's recompiling some of the same crates over and over, which it is, like regex for example, but you can see at the moment it's compiling relibc. That's because each program that depends on those crates has to recompile the crates as part of the process of building the program. It's just how it works. I think that might be because everything's statically linked, but I'm not really sure. It seems a bit inefficient, but it doesn't take too long anyway on this system, so it's not too bad. Again, this is a Ryzen 3600, so it's reasonably modern. If you're building on something older, it might take a lot longer. Looking at these C programs it's compiling, I'm sort of shocked by how fast it is, because at this point I'm used to trying to compile stuff in Cygwin on this same machine in a Windows VM, and that's like orders of magnitude slower than this. Like, this seems really blazing fast compared to that. Now it's downloading Ring. I'm not sure what that does. Now it's getting ready to compile getText, which I think so far is just downloading and extracting. I think it does the building later for a bunch of these things, if I recall correctly from seeing this the first time round. See, it's downloading some Cosmic components here, which are part of System 76's new Cosmic desktop environment, which is written in Rust. And yeah, Redox OS uses some components from that, which is cool. You can see it's using wutils, which is the Rust written replacement for GNU core utils. It's kind of a shame you can't see all of the compiler commands being run for each of these crates, but I guess because it's doing them all in parallel where it can, that would just be excessively noisy. It's just different, but it's still good to have an overall progress thing like you get with CMake. That I do like. It's just so quick going through the configure script and everything. Compared to Cygwin, it's literally like an order of magnitude quicker. It's going so quickly. It's not even utilising all the CPU cores because I guess it's more limited by the file system. Although this is on an NVMe disk, so... Oh, there we go, now it's hammering the CPU. Not sure what these warnings are. Oh, it's complaining that things haven't been installed in /user/lib. Okay. We can probably ignore that because we're building in Podman anyway, and we're cross-compiling. Yeah, by the looks of the temperatures I need to redo the thermal paste for this system soon, but I did build it in 2019, and at the time of filming it's 2025, so I guess that's fair enough. $685 crates for this one. So it looks like the thing we're trying to build for this one is cosmic files primarily. So it looks like we're building cosmic files again. Maybe it's a dependency for something else this time. Yeah, I don't know. Compiling cosmic files again. Must be a dependency for something else. Cosmic 10. It's also compiling that this time. Which, as the name suggests, is the terminal. I wonder if it's taking a lot of time, partially because it's printing a lot to a terminal, because the CPU load isn't very high. I think we're nearly finished now, if memory serves. Now we're doing the Redox installer, so we just did the text user interface one, and now we're doing the graphical user interface one. That's a lot of crates. Which, to be fair, I don't think it's a bad thing having everything broken down into crates. But it just seems like a lot. I believe Ion is the graphical environment. As in, like, the desktop environment for Redox. I'm just going to quickly check what's going on with the network. Whole lot of nothing. I'm hoping that doesn't mean this repository is down and we have to try again. I know, there we go. It does look like it did it. I guess it just hung for a while. Maybe the network is busy. Yeah, I think it's just waiting for their server to... Oh, there we go, it's responding now. Sometimes it just takes a while for their servers to respond by the looks of it. Looks like we might be building GNU core utils as well as UUtils. Unless I'm misunderstanding what's going on here. I think we're nearly done now because it now says publishing stuff. Installing packages from local repo. Yeah, I think it's setting up the Redox environment for us now in preparation of using Fuse to make a file system image, which is apparently how it does that. Oh, there we go. So 56 minutes 41 seconds. It's not blisteringly fast, but you can also do a shortcut and do make when you. I'll pick that. You can see how quickly it boots. Oh, I think I picked one that was taller than the screen. Never mind. So we don't have Neverball and stuff in this one because we didn't opt to build those, but so we've got less stuff than we did in the demo. But all of these things still work, and this is a basis for building more things. Like there's recently been an announcement that GTK3 and Xorg are working, so I might try and give that a go and see. I think wxPython might have also, or at least wxWIdgets might have also been built, so I might give those a go and test them and see for fun whether I can get DDRescue-GUI running on Redox, because I think that's probably most of the things needed to get it working. So that might be interesting if that can be done. I don't know whether it can, but yeah, it might be interesting. That's all for now anyway. Now I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a like and a comment if you want to suggest if you want to say you liked any particular bit, or you want to suggest what I should do for the next video. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. That's all for now. See you later.